So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson.
A 16-yard touchdown run.
And the Commanders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Devontae Smith now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. You got to laugh that one off and not the ha-ha. That was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first.
That's probably as simple of a throw as
it up on that.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Well, let him stay.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
They go play action with Hurts. And that's going to be caught downfield.
We got stuck. We do got stuck.
Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 41 yards.
And the Eagles are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice...
All you bullet passer, you hoe. All you got to do is touch it.
Are going to take possession of the football.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2nd and 5 now. Hurts. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And the Eagles are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
They'll run with Sanders. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. So they're backed up at the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
That's caught at the 2. Touchdown, Eagles.
Jack Stoll
from 3 yards out.
And the Eagles have taken the lead.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Wentz to throw.
Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
A give to Gibson running right.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
On 1st down, right back to Gibson.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making a big-time play?
They'll run with Gibson.
And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Give them the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll go again with Gibson.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
That solid gainer will put them on the doorstep of the end zone. More importantly, it gives them a fresh set of downs. Nice work right there.
Is it that big guy? He wants something bigger. He knows, she said he wants something bigger, but like he said, you're not paying $700.
Robinson will take this one in. Touchdown, Washington. They go I formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown.
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
Extra point by Sly is up and good,
and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drop. They watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Hurts. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Hurts to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Wrong hole.
Room here to run. The 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, 42 yards, as they have taken the lead.
A pretty well-executed run. They were telling us yesterday, Charles, they were hoping to get everybody in sync, the line, the backs, and everybody looked in sync on that play.
Yeah, I shot the wrong guy.
And the
totally shot the wrong guy.
That's where we get the term running downhill, because when you've got that kind of momentum and everyone's doing it properly as you just described, it does feel like they are coming from downhill to you as a defender, and that is really hard to stop.
Elliott down and the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Okay, minute 53, 3 timeouts.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot. Yeah. But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He kept it on the ground.
Brought down at the 20. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Wentz. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Get out of there.
They'll run with McKesson. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Wentz to the sideline on 4th down. Joey Sly is out there now for the Washington field goal. Sly able to put this one through.
And that'll bring him back within 4.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's #1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts,
as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll
bullshit. Bullshit.
Run as the clock continues to run.
Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 92 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Gibson again.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to
fought like a bitch.
They also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
A give running right, Gibson.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so
you know what?
Help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
You ain't gonna lock my run game down.
And as a defensive end,
you ain't never been able to do that.
Swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he has his first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 23. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Did you hear me?
On play action, it's Wentz.
That's my fault. He was wide open. That's my fault, fellas.
He's brought down.
That's totally my fault.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Coverage.
Another try after the first down sack. Wentz.
Oh, throw the ball, bitch.
Off the mark behind him, incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions.
I did push the button. The thing came up. I won't let him go because of the pressure. They did it again. They did it again. He held on to it because of the fucking pressure.
Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. A 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
I missed that. That had enough leg.
But it's no
I
good.
missed that.
He missed it right, and that will keep this a 4-point game. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts.
Oh, good fucking catch.
It's complete. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Can't take nothing from that.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. On 2nd and 11 now. Hurts. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there at 22. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
18, on 1st down, Hurts.
Oh, that's I was about to say.
It's going to wind up incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. He targets the sideline, and he's got Goddard. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing is Hurts. Touchdown! Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because
Elliott now to kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
Wentz and the Commanders staring down a 3rd and long now after that sack.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
This is a perfect example of what separates the elite quarterbacks. Has his man open, way too anxious, ends up firing it in there with way too much zip on it. The great ones, they know how to relax and put the appropriate velocity on the football.
Now Wentz, gotta have this one. Slings this deep for McLaurin, and he fires one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to have the short field here as they'll take over
Bust
right
that
at
through
the
and got
50.
nothing
When you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was 4th down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception and you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, the better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
And this is caught. It's Brown. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Oh, now he dropped the shit. Get the hell out of here. That's the one he supposed to catch.
Improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Sanders, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. And it's caught. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. Going for it with Sanders. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2.
And Washington is able to come up with a goal line stand.
And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just...
On Wentz is intercepted yet again.
Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
So a 4th quarter pick-6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner. And I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick-6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down. Shotgun now for Wentz.
Throw the fucking ball.
And down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Damn, Carson.
Sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front seven. Defensive line is taking charge.
Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Wentz and the Commanders staring down a 3rd and long now after that sack.
Looking to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages. But not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. Hurts.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long.
They'll set up a throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
How you let him get outside? All you got to do is play up the top, and I drug it all the way to 20 yards.
Well, not much defensive
you trash.
Really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace.
That's my fault.
The other
Maybe I'll read it wide open.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And some room to roam now.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the top speed he attained there, according to Next Gen Stats, 21.3 miles per hour.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action, Wentz. And now here is another interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling it.
And this is taken in at the 5. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Elliott good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads